Okay, welcome to our mathematics test, set 1, paper 2. This is a key stage 2 SAT paper. And let's start with question number 1. These are all non-calculated papers. So you go circle the number closest to 250. Now what we need to see is how far they are away from 250 in the first place. Now that's going to be plus 1 1/4 or plus 1.25 away. So if you look at these numbers, each number is a certain, it's either plus or minus from the 250. So 249.5 is going to be minus 0.5 away from 250. This one is going to be plus 0.55 extra. This one is minus 0.40. I'm putting extra zeros on here just to make the numbers all match up with the two decimal places. It's not necessary, but it just helps us to see which one's small, which one's big. Because 3/5 here is worth 0.6 on its own. So that's altogether is minus 0.4 less. So this is the closest number, this one here. A cinema sells tickets for a film. Over one night, they collect £605 ticket sales. If 110 customers bought a ticket, how much does each ticket cost? So we need to do the calculation 605 divided by 110. Now, for the first instance, what we can do, we can divide by 5. Because we know 5 will go into them. Otherwise, it's going to end up being a really big question. So 605 divided by 5 is 1. Remainder 1. And that will be 2. And 5 is into 5 is 1. Okay, that's the top part. 110 divided by 5. 5 into 10 is going to give you 2. Remainder 1. And that will give you 2. So we now have 121 divided by 22. So that is our calculation that we have so far. So 121 divided by 22, let's have a go. So we look at the 22 times table, the mini one. So times by 2, 5 and 10. So that's be 220, that'll be 44, and half of 220 is 110. So we're going to do a calculation now of 121 divided by 22. So the 22 goes on the outside and 121 goes on the inside. Let's change color now. It's like we're going to start crashing. So 22 into 1 is nothing. Remainder 1. 22 into 12 is still nothing. It's remainder 12. So we need to put a point and a 0 to carry on the number for the moment. So how many 22s will fit into 121? So we have 22s that will fit into there 5 times. Why is that? Because 5 times here is 110. So if you have 110, and that's 121, we have 11 left over. And then how many 22s will fit into 110? Another 5 exactly. So the answer will be £5.50 exactly. Numbers. Write in the missing numbers for question number 3. So you have 63, add a number is 113. So we have to solve. And adding 63 is this adding doesn't belong to 63, by the way. So we take it over to the other side like that. It becomes minus 63. So this is solving equations. If you have to look back at my algebra solving equations video for that. So 113, if we minus the 63, will give us an answer of 50. Next, 7 times by number is 91. So opposite of times by 7 is to divide it by 7. You can check my other videos, the algebra solving videos. So we get an answer of 91. If we divide it by 7, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. So our missing number is 3. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. Emily took a bus to school. The journey took her 36 minutes. The following day she took the same bus, only this time it was delayed by 210 seconds. On the second day, how long was Emily's journey to school? So for question number 4, we're going to got 210 seconds. We need to divide that by 60 to see how many minutes is on there. So if you divide it by 60, so we have 60, we have 120, we have 180. So that'll give you 3 minutes for 180, and that'll give you 3 minutes, and it'll give you 30 seconds left over. So we started with 36 minutes, and we're going to add onto that the delay. So that should give us an answer of 39 minutes and a half. 39 minutes and 30 seconds, and that's the answer to that question. Let's move on to the next question without any further delay. Question number 5. Emily's classes at school. Emily's class at school are recording temperatures using the thermometer. They record the temperature in the morning and afternoon. By how much is the temperature increased? So let's get my little line here. So first of all, we started at 10 degrees, and then we moved up to, okay, let's bring this line down, 25 degrees. So from 10 to 25, we have gone up by 15 degrees. So this one here is 10, this one's 25, 25 minus 10, that will give you 15 degrees rise. Okay, question number 5 is done. Let's move on to question number 6. Okay, I've moved forward too much. Let's move up on the other side of the page. Draw an angle of 35 degrees in the space below. Now, if you look at your protractor, now I don't have a protractor tool here with me. Here's your protractor, okay? We have our markings on there. Oops. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. So 90, so we start with 0, and then we have 180 at the bottom. So our 35 degrees angle, so it's going to be roughly here. Oops. You're moving. Okay, so when you look at your protractor, and on the outside, you're looking for the number 35, and that's the angle that you need to draw on there. Okay, so remember, this is the angle that you're looking for. This one here. So you got to show that angle. It can be drawn the other way around as well. That doesn't matter. Okay, so that's roughly 35. I'm doing a sketch of it, but your angle should be something that looks like this, like that. That's it. 35 degrees. Okay. Question number 7. Emily says, I like the number 14 because it has 3 factors. So let's have a look. Factors are numbers that divide into a number. So 14, if it does it divide by 1? Yes, it gives you 14. Does 14 divided by 2? Yes, it gives you 7. And that's all that 14 will divide by. Now, if you look carefully at the selection here, everything I circle is a factor. So Emily says there has 3 factors, but I've actually counted 1. Oops. Right, I wasn't meant to do that. I've counted 1, 2, 3, and 4 factors. So Emily is wrong because the 14 has 4 factors. So Emily is wrong because 14 has 4 factors. Okay. I'm just going to come back here in our lesson, video lesson, question number 6. So the angle for question number 6 has been now highlighted in red. So you have to actually physically draw the line here and then draw that there, which whatever indicates 35 degrees on your protractor. Okay, and not just a dash on the protractor lines. Let's move on. Question number 8. A multi-story car park has 9 floors. Each floor can fit 64 cars. How many cars can fit in the car park? So we need to oops, I'm on the wrong tool. I need to grab hold of my pencil and undo that. So we have 64 cars per floor. Times that by 9. Okay. All right, something's going on there. Okay, 64 times by 9. Question number 8. And that will give us an answer of 576. On a particular day, the car park was exactly 50% full. How many cars were parked in it? Now, in our previous videos, we talked about 50% is equivalent to a half. So we've got to work out half of 576. Oops. Right, so 576, we've got to divide it by 2. And that will give you 50%. So 576, if we divide it by 2, that gives us a nice answer of 288. Okay, what date is 16 days after the 13th of March? So they want you to add to 13 the 16. And that will give us an answer of the 29th of March. If 13th of March is a Sunday, what day of the week is it 16 days later? So we need to work that out for question number 9. And the answer that we should get, so let's have a look. 13th of March is a Sunday. Okay, so we're going to add onto that 16 days. So we're going to go through how many Sundays? Okay, so we got 13th. Okay, is a Sunday. So if we add 7 to 13, we get to 20. That'll be another Sunday. And then we add another 7 to that. That'll be 27. That'll be another Sunday. So we're adding 7. We're adding 7. That's 14. And then we're going to add another 2. So it'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is the answer. So Tuesday goes here. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The number in A is half the number in D. Okay, the number in A is half the number in D, so our D should be double that number, so that should be 24. The number in B is 7 more than the number in C. The number in D is 11 more than the number in B. Okay, so this number here is 11 more than the number in B, so we have to minus 11 and go backwards. 24 minus 11. 24 minus 11, that will give you 13. Then we go back to the second clue. The number in B is 7 more than the number in C, so then C will have to be 6. Because 6 add 7 will give you the 13. That's done. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, right. Now use the same rules to complete the following diagram. Okay, so from 12, so that was half of that one. So from here, we went to this one by, we doubled it from there to there, 24. So this number here, if we double it, we get 26, so that number will be 13. Okay, and now this number here, we minus 11, we went up there in the top one. So 26 minus 11 will give us 15. And then this number over here plus 7. So something add 7 is 15, so that number will be 8. And that's worth 1 mark. All those numbers have to be correct to get the full mark. So Martina stood beside a road, question number 11, and counted the number of cars passing by. At the end of each hour, she wrote down how many cars had passed. So the vertical axis represents the number of cars, and the horizontal axis represents the time. Use the graph to fill in the following table. So we're going to get our little trusty line. So for 9 a.m., we got to, actually, no, let's use this one here. So from 9 a.m., we got to go up, hit the graph, and then go across. Done. And then you need to release that, and that's the problem we have. Okay, that's going everywhere. I think we'll use a box instead. Okay, all right, let's use a box. So for 9 a.m. is going to give us, okay, no, this is not really working out too quickly. So that gives us 40 cars. For 10 a.m. we go up. You come to the graph, we go across. I'm going to do freehands, and that gives you 20 cars. For 11 a.m. we go up. You hit the graph, we go across. That gives you 10 cars. And same for 12 p.m. So that'll give you 20 cars. And for 1 p.m. we'll have 30 cars. And for 2 p.m. we'll have 20 cars. That's the numbers that we are required to have for this. How many cars in total passed Martina? So for the total, we need to add up all of these numbers. So if we add up all of these numbers, we will get an answer of 140 cars. Let's move on. By what time had exactly half the cars passed her? So half the cars is... By what time had exactly half the cars passed her? So we know we have 140 cars. If you divide it by 2, we have 70 cars. So 70 cars is around about here. 40, that's 60, 70. So the answer will be 11 a.m. By 11 a.m. half the cars had passed. Let's move on. Okay, question number 12. The diagram shows 3 identical triangles on a coordinate axis. Draw a mirror line on the coordinate axis. What are the coordinates of P4 and P5? The diagram shows 3 identical triangles on a coordinate axis. Okay, P1 is that, P2, okay, they're giving all those points. Draw a mirror line on the coordinate axis. Okay, let's get our mirror line. So we get our mirror line, we want something that goes like this. So mine is a solid mirror line, yours could be dotted if it has to be, that's no problem. So that's your line reflection, that's your mirror line. So the top part of the shape will fall down into the bottom part of the shape. So that's the mirror line. Mirror line is required to be there. Through the point P2 and halfway through the points P3 and P4. Now it says what are the coordinates of P4 and P5. So let's write down what these coordinates are. Okay, let's get this tool, let's change the color. Let's go for orange. So let's drop a line here. Okay, no, don't do that. I want to do this. Let's drop a line here. I'm trying to drop a line so we can write down what the values are. So we need to do P4 and P5. P5 is going to be right above P3. Okay, lovely. Alright, we need the x coordinates as well. So each coordinate has okay, right. Let's write down some values. So P1 is 1, 1. Okay, we don't want the same color. P1 is 1, 1, so 1 across here and 1 up. P2 is going to be 2, 3, so 2 along here and 3 up. P3 is going to be 3 along here and it's going to be still 1 up. That's good. So what's P4 and P5? Now, because of the symmetry of the graph, so we're going to go from 3 and we are now going to go to 4. So P4 is at 4. And it's the same height as P2, which is 3. So that should be 4, 3. Now P5 is at the same across as P3, which is 3. Now we need to work out its height. So from here 1 to 3 we are adding 2 to go to height from here to there. And from there we add 2 as well. So that'll give us a height of 5. So that'll be 3, 5. Okay, 3, 5. Let's move on. Now, join each fraction to the correct decimal. So half, we should all know that's 0.5. A quarter is 0.25. 1/10 is 0.1. And 1/8 is 0.125. So in order for us to get 2 marks for this question in the exam, we need to get every single line going to the correct decimal. If we get all of them right, we get 2 marks. If we get one wrong, we'll get 1 mark. And if we get more than one mistake, then we get no marks at all. Okay, let's move on. So question number 14. Now, 14 is going to be a little bit different for me to do without the tools to get it. And I don't know whether I might be able to do it. Just give me a moment. Okay. So, let's see if we can turn it around. And let's see if we can rotate it. Okay, no. Right. The moment's not letting me do any rotation. No, that's not going to happen. The shape is straight 90 degrees clockwise about point A. Draw the shape in its new position on the grid. Okay, let's see if I'll just do a freehand. I'm just going to come to pause. The shape is straight 90 degrees clockwise about point A. Draw the shape. So I've had a go drawing a freehand. It's not the best of drawings, but I'm sorry for the being a little bit rough. If the grid is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter grid, what is the area of the shape? So for that, what we need to do, let's get ourselves a different color. Let's get ourselves red. So we get a half and a half. That gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the area should be 9 centimeters squared. Okay, because each one by 1 is not 1 centimeter squared. So the answer here is 9. Lovely. Let's move on. Write the missing number. Whoops, it's done a nice little click there. Okay, write the missing numbers. So this is back to our solving algebra videos. Something times by 3 is 114. Opposite time by 3 is divided by 3. Oops. Divided by 3. So we get 114. We use the bus stop method. Divided by 3, that's 0. 3 is into 1, 0, remainder 1. How many 3's in there is 3. 3 times by 3 is 9. Remainder 2. So that will give you 8. So the missing number is 38. And this is the calculation that we need to show when we do our working out. Okay, let's move on to question number 16 now. Okay, question number 16. Here are some digit cards. Arrange the cards below. Use each card only once. Okay, let's get this down here a bit. It's going to go down. Arrange the cards below. Use the cards once. So we can have, for example, if you're adding numbers, we can have 6 add 4. That gives you 10. So once I use them, I can't use them again. And then we can have 2 times by 9 is 18. Now we can put them in different order as well. So we can have 6 add 4, or we can even write down 4 add 6 is equal to 10 as well. That's also okay. And we can also write down 9 times by 2 is 18. So any of these 4 variations are okay. Okay, let's move on to our next question. Question number 17. What is the perimeter of the car park? The word perimeter means the distance around the shape. So if I start here and I go this way, that's 18, and if I go up, it'll be, we have 8, add another 8, that'll give you 16, and then we're going to go across, that'll be another 18, and then we go down, and that will be 16. So the perimeter is the distance around the shape, as though we're starting in one place and we are walking around the shape, and that will give us our perimeter. So if we add up these 4 numbers, this one, this one, this one, and this one, that will give us a nice lovely answer of 68 meters. What is the area of the car park? Now the area is different. Area is always equal to length times by width. So the length of the car park is 18 and the width of the car park is 16. So we have to do 18 times by 16, and then we have to work that out. We can use longer multiplication. Time is a bit behind me at the moment, so I need to get cracking. So that'll give us 288 meters squared if we do that in long multiplication technique. 7 of the spaces are marked disabled parking space. What percent of the total spaces are disabled parking spaces? So let's have a look. So we have 1. Okay, let's change color. What was on red? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 on the top, 7 on the bottom. So that's 14 parking spaces altogether, and 7 of them are disabled. So we say 7 out of 14, times that by 100. So if you look at it, that's just a half. Divide that by 7, divide that by 7. So we cancel that down, that gives you half. Half of 100 is 50%. Let's move on to the next question. So we are now on to question number 18. Emily bought 2 cupcakes and 3 drinks. She spent £1.89 altogether, or 189 pence. The cupcakes cost 36p each. So 2 times by 36. Add 3 times by the drinks gives us 189 pence. Now 2 times by 36, that'll give you 60 plus another 12. That'll give you 72p plus 3d equals 189. Now, here comes what we've been learning in our previous videos in 2-step algebra. How do we work out the value of d? So we work out the value of d by doing the following. So if you look back at some of our recent uploads, if you want to work out the value of d, d has been times by 3 and added by 72. Even though it's written on the right hand side, we always start with the d. So that's the first thing. Second thing that's been done. So we say d is timesing by 3 and then is adding by 72, and then the answer is 189. And then we learned in our previous video that we need to reverse this. So we go back, opposite add 72 is minus 72, opposite time by 3 is divide by 3, and then that will generate the value of d. Now if we do 189, we minus 72, and then we divide by 3, that will give us an answer of d as 39. And we write the answer here as 0.39 because the answer needs to be given in pounds. So that's 0.39 pounds. So this is what we learned in one of our previous videos, just recently uploaded on 2-step solving algebra. Okay, so move on to question number 19. Emily did a survey of how many liters of milk each of her classmates' homes consumes every week. Okay, how many families consume 5 liters or more every week? So here's 5 liters. Okay, so 8 families consume 5 liters, and then more than 5 liters are these 6, 7, 8 liters, which are all these families here. So what we need to do for that question here is we need to add up these families. So 8 add 8 will give you 16. 16 add 2 is 18. Add 0 is still 18. So we have 18 families. So here's the number of families here. That'll give you 18. How much milk do all of the families in Emily's class consume totally every week? So for that question, we need to multiply out the table. So 1 liter is consumed by 0 families, so that gives you 0 liters. 2 liters is consumed by 1 family, so that'll give you 2. So we times in them each. So we times in them. So that'll give you 40. Then you have 5 times by 4 times by 10 is 40. Then 5 times by 8, that is also 40. Whoops. I'm supposed to move that. Okay. That's also 40. 6 times by 8 is 48. 7 times by 2 is 14. And 8 times by 0 is 0. What we need to show now is, we need to show that we're doing 0, add the 2, add the 9, add the 40, add the 40, add the 48, add the 14, and then add the 0. And that should give us a nice, lovely answer. You can set it up down here if you like, in a column format. Okay, that should give you an answer of 153 liters. And that's how we work it out from the table. You have to multiply the left-hand column by the right-hand column and add them all up, and that'll give us the total literage. So that's 153 liters. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, question after number 19 is number... Circle the approximate measurement. The length of a car is about... now 30 centimeters is the length of your ruler. 30 meters is the length of your gym at a school. 3 millimeters is like the length of one of your small... Okay, so 300 centimeters here, that represents a length of approximately 3 meters. The mass of a can of soft drink. Now 5 grams is literally a very small weight. 5 kilograms is 5 packets of sugar. Okay, 50 kilograms is 50 packets of sugar, and 500 grams is like half a kilogram, and that would be approximately what would be the mass of the bottle. A can of soft drink roughly contains 3 liters too much, 3 milliliters too less, 30 liters is way too much, and 300 milliliters is normally 330 milliliters if you look at the side of your Coke can. So for roughly 300 milliliters, that's good. That's our answer, and that's the end of our video. Thank you for taking part and being with us.